Oh my goodness, I can't believe my oh my god. I didn't even see my sound wasn't on. I'm sorry. Uh my bad. Okay, so we are slowing down here to 15. Let's see, 15:22. I definitely been talking. I was talking through what was going on here. My bad. Looked over. Oh, I'm muted. Appreciate that. Did not notice. But this thing is up 60%. It's not a super low float. Only 20 million shares in the float. Maybe there'll be something else. But now we're getting a double bottom here. So 1509s could be a hold point. Okay. So let's see where this candle closes. We got 15 seconds left on this. Can we get a retry for a higher high? And then 1510, this is the previous level where there was indecision. At 1510, 5 cents away from that. See how this closes. 1510, almost a double bottom. 1521 up here. And the previous one that ripped up on the 1 minute gave it back. So maybe it'll do the same. I don't know. Let's get ready though. 1521. Want to see 20s on the bid. If possible. If possible. I'll take 20 right there. Okay. Don't really want to see a snatch down. I'll be out at 1510. I'm entering a lot slower. So because these ranges are a little bit bigger. So if it does slam, I can just get out easily. 1520s, can we see 21s on the bid? 21. Okay, there's 22, but it's not on the bid. Oh, well, went before. All right. Well, we're back up here to the point of control. This point, I'm thinking the bottom of this 1515, I'll get out. Do whatever it wants here. It's at the point of control. So the point of control becomes too much of a problem. I'm just going to get out. That 1516 needs to go ahead and push. There we go. Well, I was looking for the 1550. That's the previous level of indecision there. So let's see if we can take some up here. 1550. Can we touch 1550? And my out is going to be 1522, my break even basically. So looking for it to push a little bit or I'm out. $15.20s, I'm gonna cut it. 22. Can we get any kind of buying over the 40s? Okay. This bottom was the 1532 and it's pausing here. So that's where I end up saving myself. If it wants to crash back under this 1530 point of control, I gotta be out. All right, 1546, 15, there's 1550. All right. Can you hold 1550s, my boy? My boy. Can you do it one more time, my boy? 1550s. 1550, just pop 1550. I'm ready to sell. Just 1551. Can we see it? About to close this candle in 10 seconds. 52, 53. Just not able to hold it up there, huh? Okay. Mm-hmm. 54s. Can we get any type of push over 55s? Okay, so the bottom of this candle is 1545, so that's where I'll get out. If it does show me red here, just hit the button and be peacefully executed. Yep, out of there. So that one was from 1530 up here to 1545, but I'm not going to play with it. Either it's going to go or it's not. But yeah, this is the only one I saw on the scan, so I went ahead and gave it some little motions here. Maybe something else pops up, but now it's giving a little bit more red to the downside, back towards this point of control. It passed the point of control one time here, came all the way back through, and then 6 o'clock was when I could start trading. So I went ahead and got in here, down here, took the first ride, came back down, took a little ride here, but it's slowing down. So I'm not sure if it's gonna keep going anywhere. Anyway, so it's coming down now. Let's go look at the front page. Let's go look around and everything. But this was the scanners for today. News came out yesterday afternoon at 4 p.m. So yeah, that happened. And the news yesterday, this was a chip provider, leading provider of semiconductor system IP for accelerating system on chip creation. Today announced of semiconductor system IP. Wait, did I just read that? Semiconductor system announced AMD, a global leader in high performance and adaptive computing, has licensed FlexGen network on chip interconnect IP for its next generation of AI chiplet design. FlexGen Arterius Smart Nano Chip, or whatever it was called. Was it Nano Chip? Something. Not network of chip. I don't know. Network on a chip will provide high performance data support in AMD chiplets. So that was the news from yesterday afternoon. Got a little bit of motion. Of course, we did have that killer move yesterday from Verve, the one that died in pre-market. This one right here. This was so crazy. Went up here from $12.55 up here to $22. Sold off all the way down here. Came up, and it was, I know some people got shook up on this one for sure, because it was just one of those that it was so back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was no really, true strong trend. It was just back and forth. But I believe that they made their money from yesterday. They got it all the way up to almost $30, and now it's down to $18. So I think they made plenty of money on this one. I think they're going to be able to buy a ton in excess, but they could switch up the game. If they can do whatever they want to with the money. It's not like it was just like a concrete thing. Oh, we're going to buy a ton. It was just, what they want to do with it. But if they made way more than what they wanted to, which was they were trying to make 558 million yesterday. So I don't know how close they got to their target. I wish they would actually report that after moves like this. Be like, hey, how much did your company actually make off of this? How much did y'all actually get out of this? Because I feel like they got a good bit. But what we saw yesterday, it was getting these pops. It was popping, popping, popping. Just kind of weird pops within this flat range. And then all of a sudden, at 7:27, so kind of a weird number out there, not even a top of the hour or anything, pops up at 7:27, 7:30, and then drops. So I was like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know, man. And then the other one that was moving yesterday was PBM, or PBM there, that we were seeing go crazy. Let's see, right here, it popped 3 o'clock yesterday. Came on through, popped up here, came all the way down to 397. Now this one I did not do anything with because its ATR was too low, so I didn't mess with it. But it came back up here from 418 up here to 462 and really played around these levels as well. Never did get a good trend going, just kind of like a wide range, which I'm sure, again, hurt a lot of people. I like those trends. I like to see those trends go. All right, let's jump back over to AIP. What you doing over here, big boy? You still going down, buddy? Yeah, it couldn't hold over this point of control too well, huh? Well, glad I got on out of there. It is a higher float, so I don't expect it to be doing too much, but it is what it is. The earlier I can make some money, the better, and just get on down. Just be able to buy my little lunch, lunch money trade for the morning. If it doesn't want to rip, just get on down. But it's now at 15.18. So let me go over here and see what's on the front page. Let me make sure I got y'all on the right thing too. So on the right side, are y'all seeing the right thing? Okay, so y'all are seeing that. And that needs to be this. And then on the main, okay. All right, so over here on the front page, Yahoo Finance, see what's clipping out. So one key reason a slowing economy isn't shaking stock market bulls. Wall Street strategists say AI resilience is more important to the trajectory of stocks than softening economic data. Okay. Big tech is power hungry, and America's aging grid can't keep up. Okay, so Microsoft, we'll see about that. Trump's Fed pick could face resistance from colleagues on rates. Intel struggles with key manufacturing process. All right, which is what's their price now? Intel, I don't know. Needs to come on down if it's still up where it used to be. All right, Pfizer beat second. Q2, Jeffries U.S. rig decline outpaces efficiency, threatening oil output. The rig decline, okay. What about barcode scanner maker Zebra? $1 billion, $1.3 billion deal to buy Elo Touch. Okay. Just acquisition, abandons process to buy a stake in Spain's Air Europa. Okay, let's go look at the news on, well, let's go look at this real quick. So big tech is power hungry. And America's aging grid can't keep up. Yeah, we're gonna have to, I don't know what they're gonna do about these grids and stuff. Let's see. For more than a decade, the demand for power across the U.S. has been nearly stagnant. Let me make sure y'all on the right thing, yeah. The U.S. has been nearly stagnant, growing by less than 1% a year. Then came the data center revolution, the world's largest. So I wonder, I keep on thinking about this, like, are we going to do nuclear power at any point? Or are we going to stick to, what we have? I don't know. I think we can definitely power everything. We go nuclear, but the only problem is there's a lot of risk factors with that. And I don't really even know where they would, I don't even know how they would go. If nuclear became the main power is what I mean. Let's see. World's largest tech companies, forefront computing, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet. U.S. electricity demand has exploded and is projected to grow 5 times faster over the next 10 years. The large data center developers and their hyperscaler customers want power right away. Of course they do. Everybody wants it now. But that's a lot of legwork to get that done. All right, let's jump over here. Intel Corporation, what you got going on? 1950. Yes, keep coming down, Intel. I want to add this into my portfolio for a minute. Keep on coming down, big boy. It could fall to like maybe, I would say like 14. I start collecting it. They keep on having these issues. I need them to drop like significantly. Oh, Taco Bell parent Yum Brands misses estimates as spending slows. All right, let's jump back over here to Benzinga news. Let's see if there's any IPOs popping out today. Any IPOs popping out? CTW. Oh, that's Cayman. Okay. Nothing popping out. News feed details. Apple PFE. Apple rate cut hopes and buoyant earnings are good news for stocks. Pfizer quarterly earning report. Let's just jump back up here to the early morning. So Palantir is a $1 trillion story. Okay, Kathy Woods, Manic, Monday moves. What is this? U.S. explores better location trackers for AI chips. Hims and Hers Health. Okay, Pfizer, Palantir is up. AMD. Trump threatens India over Russian oil. Bank of America sees 55% downside. Bloomberg, daybreak. Trump vows to ramp up India tariff. Pfizer reports Q2. Pfizer says fiscal 2025 guidance does not anticipate any share repurchase. Okay, so a lot of Pfizer and all of this stuff. We'll see. Anyway, I only had one on the scan today, so I went ahead and traded it. And now it's getting super choppy. Only thing is, I usually don't trade these. I mean, it is relatively low, but it's still a higher float than I would usually trade. But I just gave it a chance. It has the range, has the ATR that I like, up 60 something percent. So just I guess you would call those base hits, I guess. But definitely want to. If this is gonna be a leader on the day, then it is what it is. Are you guys seeing anything else out there on your scans that could be profitable that are moving up? Let's jump back over here. So this is where AIP sits right now, but it's just too slow. Slowed down so much, and it's right on this point of control, 1531. And with the range that it has, it could easily slip either way. Yep. Continues to make those lower levels, which are not pretty. Good morning, everyone that is tuning in. This morning we were kind of watching this one. It's a little bit higher float, a little bit choppy. I definitely didn't get anywhere near, up here to the 16s. That would have been $100 on what I had at that point, which was like 50, 60 shares. But didn't get near that. Just took the profit because I looked at it, it was a higher float, and I was like, this one may be choppy. So I don't want to play with it. Ooh. All right. Let's jump over to signals. See what we're seeing over here other than that one. See what we got here. Leverage, SOS. All this is last night. What about this morning? CYC up 14%. We've seen CYC before. Cyclical pharmaceuticals. It only got one ping. Maybe it got some more coming up. Verb back, it's down 8%. 100 or ATNF. It's a little cheaper, $3.59. Boy. Okay. SNGX. Anything else? Okay, there's CYC again, only up 10%. A lot of CYC, but it's just not holding up a whole lot. See how much volume it has on it. CYC. Under 1 million shares traded. AIP going on down under 15s now. Let's see. Quantum. Whoa. AUUD up 44%. AUUD. Let me look at the volume on that. Okay, it's working its way up. It's almost to 1 million shares traded on AUUD. We got this is the second time that it's been seen today. Let me see if it has any news. News, yes it does. It says August 5th, Audia announces non-binding letter of intent. Business combination and restructuring. Well, I mean, it's got a catalyst. It's just this we'll just have to see how that does. And its warrants are up too. Let's go look at it. Up 42%. AUUD. About to hit 1 million shares traded. Right up here towards the top. $7.31. Let's go look at the daily chart. Okay. So on the daily chart, it closed at 475 and it's now opening at around, or it got up to 732, right at the top of this level here. 732. Interesting. All right, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? All right, so it looks like it went up to what, 770, came on down a little bit. Let me go look at back at the spikers here, signals. Anything else? CYCC. CYCC is just too small, man. 10%. It doesn't look good. Yeah. Okay, that definitely doesn't look good on the day. Okay, delete that. Delete. Okay, so AUD. Is everything gonna have a tight range today, or are they gonna start nailing this too? It was a letter of intent, a non-binding letter of intent is their news. They had a reverse stock split. That was in March. Yeah, I just don't know how this letter of intent is gonna do on this morning. What's the float on it? Float on AUUD is under a million. Under a million on a letter of intent. I just don't feel right in my spirit about that catalyst. But yesterday I didn't feel right about in my spirit about Verb. So Verb went to $30. It chopped a lot, but it did make the move. So it is what it is. You take it. You take your own trades. Uh, so mm, AIP just doing a little walk down game. Anyway, Caleb or Caleb Cable. Let's see. I put a rough support at 640 on AUUD, trying to trade bounce. 640. Let's look at the daily chart. Let's see. Let's see what the daily levels are, because sometimes pre-market levels work, but daily levels, they seem to work a little bit better. Let's look at this though. AUUD. So it is on the daily chart. I had marked up all this, what, 592 and all this, but that may not be. This was the top of this gap fill around here. That's what that indecision was. Where on the daily chart could it go? Maybe $6 flat, 6 flat, or what is it? Yeah, because all of this is just an indecision spike. There's no body up here. So maybe 6 flat could be possible. It's only $1 away. But who's gonna buy it up on that catalyst is my question. Like, they're gonna read it. You have a non-binding letter of intent. Who looks at that catalyst and says, you know what, I'm gonna put $1 million on that? That's where my spirit just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one. Let me see if the Feds are having any talks today. Today is the 5th, so August 5th. I don't see any speakers for today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we have a discussion with Governor Lisa D. Cook, U.S. and global economy at the central bank's perspective on the evolving global landscape. Okay, so that's tomorrow. We checked the IPOs, didn't see any IPOs popping out there. Let's check earnings. Any notable names here today in earnings? Let's see. BP is out there. Anybody else other than BP? Hmm. Hmm. I don't see any huge names out there other than BP. Okay, so yeah, kind of dry on those earnings. AUD doing what we thought it would be doing, just kind of back and forth, back and forth. So down here around this 6 could be something, but I don't know what kind of bounce it's gonna get. We'll see. It's only got $1 to move down. What's the ATR on this one? ATR closed at 46 cents yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's up more. Let me see. It went from 4 up here to 6. I mean, it may be 50, 60 cents or something. But yeah, looking for it to try to get to those daily levels. 6 flat. Go ahead and break this little 635 down. It may, I mean, it may do like a bounce here, but this is pre-market data, so I just don't see anything across the board that would stop it on the daily chart at 640. But at 6 though, I could see that. Let me go back over here to signals, see if I see anything else popping up. Not really. So almost 5 million shares on both of these. AUUD catching up quickly with AIP. AIP only has 4. Well, both of them are close, but both of them are starting to slow down and get a little bit more choppy. Point of control right here is at the 698. On AUUD. Anything else spiking up with some nice gainage today? And the more it does this back and forth before it gets down there, I mean, that 650 is where it looks like it's trying to make it seem like there's some support there. So let's see how it attacks that. Okay, 670s. One thing I don't like about this is it's doing all of these full engulfing candles. So it came up here, engulfed this whole candle. Came up, shot up, came all the way back down, another engulfing candle. Came back down, another engulfing candle. So which one of these engulfing candles is going to continue to the downside? And it's not doing it too much on the green bar, it's doing it on the red ones. Sellers are getting to, trap these buyers in here in engulfing candles. So there's 650. Let's see if it slips on down to 6. Both of them. Okay, AUDD is leading in volume now. Almost 5 million shares traded here. Up 35%. AIP, what are you doing here? Still just chopping around. All right. Alrighty. So this was a little lower high there at 633. It's a good actor. Let's see if it falls on through. So the bottom of this is 632. Let's see if we can go ahead and get through that. There it goes. Okay, so you got the sixes down there. Let's see you get to the sixes. 629. Small pop. Still hasn't closed this candle yet. You still got 20 something seconds to pop back down. Ten seconds to pop down. A lot of hope around that 640, wasn't it? Hopefully that don't get crushed. I see a nail sticking up. Let's see if shorts hammer it. Hammer it. I think we're about to see a hammer. Hammer this thing going down to 6, big boy. There's the hammer. All those hopeful souls in there. Let's see them push it on down through 640. They got them in there. Go ahead. Y'all know what y'all want to do. Go ahead and finish this trap. On the 15 minute and the 5 minute, yeah, looking like it can continue down. Lower highs, everything setting up for the shorts. They put a hammer out there, they nailed it. Are they gonna put another nail? Or I said they put a hammer out there and they nailed it. They put a nail out there and they hammered it. It's gonna be a double top, another one. Small little breakout and hammer. Bang, bang. The nail is getting bigger for sure. Are they gonna switch to a sledgehammer here? They may go grab it out the closet, man. They're running and getting it. They're sizing up. uh, yeah. He tried it. All right, so now can we get past 640? There's 650. 640. $0.40 away now. '30s. It's going to get past that 625 there. Almost 8 million shares traded on this one. And it's getting a lot of trading going downwards. Way more than it was going up. See the volume just pouring in. Let's see what 6 has, that whole dollar level down there. And that's a daily chart level too at the 6. So let's see if it gets a better reaction. Come on down there, big boy. Should hold in between those levels. We'll see. There's a little tap on 6. Go ahead and get excited. Get on down through there and then resurge. All right, there's a tap of 6 right there. Let's see these candles close and see if it actually wants to bounce or does it want to go down lower. 5. Let's see it hold in here. Let's see. See if those daily levels actually mean something. Look over here on the signals. Okay. We got one called Ruby, R-U-B-I, up 20% or 19%. Now it just slipped back down. It's at $4.06, Rubico. Let me see. It had news yesterday. Yeah, it's from Athens, Greece. What we got going on over here? 592 came down to 6. Not really seeing anything else. I don't really see any good news on that one. All right. Pretty much seeing everything else up here though. All right, so that was a $6 tap. And we'll see if 6 becomes some type of resistance. Can it consolidate here before bouncing back out? And also remember that the catalyst, we have a letter of intent on this one. Letter of intent. Cable says SMXT pop. I don't see that one on the spike, but let me go and look at it. SMXT. Oops. XT. Solar Max. Oh, wait, it should still show up here. Where is this at? I got stuff on here that's like 30 cents. Let me see what this is. How much is this one up? SMXT. It is up 55 cents. There's no way I don't see this. Let me just type in a name and see if it did. Huh. I don't know why it's not showing up. Let's see, what filters do I have? Shares outstanding. Maybe it's because of my shares outstanding. How many shares outstanding does it have? SMXT. The float on this one is looking like, oh, the float is 35.28 million. 35.28 million. Way larger flow for a cheap stock like this. And this is what I'm seeing in Benzinga. Float 35.28 million. I don't know about that one. And then shares outstanding 47 something. So, don't know. That's what it is. I have my my shares outstanding, looking for the low floats. I could exit this and then let me just exit this. I probably surely see it on here if I exit that out. Let's see. What's it called? SMXT. There it is. Yep. Price spike started at 7:01, 56 a.m. Yeah, it's the higher flow that's keeping it off for me. AUUD right at that $6 level. It threw a little hopeful move up there, but came back down to right around the 6. It may need to consolidate here for a little bit, but I just don't know why people will be buying it. And sometimes the stocks are irrational. Sometimes things just happen, you know. But I just can't understand it. So it is what it is. I cannot wrap my head around it. All right, so it is now only up 24%. It's almost 10 million shares traded. SMXT is continuing to push around, but let's just look at the ranges here. So it went from 92 cents up here to $1.50. The ATR closing yesterday was 5 cents. ATR of 5 cents. So if it reverts to that ATR, it's going to get really tight in here. So I would definitely be careful. Let's go look at a daily chart on SMXT as well. So here's a daily chart, kind of a tight mover. 5 cents of movement per day. So closed here at 93 cents and now it's trading up here to the somewhere around the 150s. 159 is where it got up to this little level here. On daily chart. As far as any other levels, I guess 129 will be one that's kind of obvious. And then it's got a 186 out here. So definitely don't expect much range. Just be quick, be quick and prayerful. Because you definitely get caught up that higher float. Oh, breaking on down there towards that 129 already. Wow, we just drew those. Would it just give us a second, man, to breathe? All right, anyway, AUUD now testing the bottom level of this. So now the 5.6 now my question would be, okay, well, you came down here, you are just a little bit away from this 592. Are you going to go up and retest this 592 or are you going to continue to break down? Looking at the 5 minutes, it looks like it's going to continue to break down. Let's jump over to the 5. I'm looking on another screen, but I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So this is the 5 minute. Came down here, topping tail, coming down to this previous or this last level of support before it gets to the ATR high down there at 520. Let's look at the 15 minute. 15 minute, both of these looking kind of dreadful. So it is what it is. We'll see. This would be what, a 20-cent move here, back up to test this 90. But again, it's getting tighter. Getting tighter. What is SMXT doing? It's just kind of floating around here with 15 million shares now. It is the cheaper one, so I expect volume to kind of run in on it. People just taking trades, you know, practicing or whatever it is. They're just getting their feels. What it is, what it is. Most people don't accidentally buy those expensive stocks though. Fat finger, as they like to call it. So again, we're getting just trying to hold here, but I don't know. Is this range worth the risk of it continuing down? If you get into this, you know, 50, 70 up to 90, that's about a 20-cent move, but is it worth the risk? Is the R&R worth it? What's this one? Went back up there to 1550, is on AIP, but still fell back down. Just getting tighter as well. Just barely getting to 575 on that one. SMXT bounced off of this 129 level. And these are daily levels. That's why I like looking at daily levels. Sometimes pre-market levels are just, I don't know. I just don't trust them. I trust the daily levels for testing things more than pre-market levels. But it got down here, tapped that 129. The point of control right now is at 145. So that means that's where the majority of the trades have happened. And yeah. So right now we had a call out by cable, that SMXT. We had AUUD off of the signals, the signal scanner, and then we had AIP that actually met the criteria that I was looking for. It was a little bit higher float, so it was kind of like a C quality. So I was definitely taking profit when it gave it to me, and I was not playing with it. So it is what it is there. But I'm looking for something that can give me range. I'm looking for something that I don't have to size up on crazy to make money. You know, I could take 50 shares and then make $50. You know what I mean? It's moving dollars. But yeah, AUUD looking sad right now. SMXT popped on your scans. Yeah. Are you scanning for ATR or RVOL or share float, or what all are you scanning for, cable? SMXT 129 up there to the to that 151. And that's that other daily level that it just came up to and turning around. So in total, it's about, let's just call this 130, about 20 cents that is playing in here. So you definitely got to be okay with taking 5-cent wins, 4 to 5 cent wins, basically, just to keep money in your pocket so it doesn't snatch back on you. Closing up under the body of this previous candle was this 147. The bottom of this is 144. Okay. Mm. All right, so AUUD now is testing its top side. Can it shoot up here and get a 590? So this, I mean, this would be a bottom buy for sure for it to try to test that. Well, moving too quick. I was just saying it was testing this as a top side resistance. Could it shoot up there to 592? But too late. Too late there. And then this becomes major resistance where the shorts want to hammer it again around this 592 right under the 6. But up only 21%, so definitely being overshadowed by other tickers. Let's go look back at the signals. Nothing super crazy over here. Okay. Well, it is what it is. We came with what SMXT broke above this daily level. The 51 broke up about a little over 10 cents there. Like I said, the ATR from yesterday was 5 cents. So, that's double the ATR from yesterday. Is it going to stay in this range? Is it going to come back down here to the 51s and just play this range, or what? Does it actually want to go higher? Also, did I look at the news for this SMTX? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I forget. SMTX Solar, whatever. So it was awarded a. Okay, I definitely didn't look at this news. So SMXT, Solar Max Technology, awarded a 127.3 million EPC contract for 430 megawatt hour battery storage project in Texas. Riverside, California, August 5th, 2025. Solar Max Technology, Inc., an integrated solar energy company, today announced that its wholly owned subsidiary, SolarMax Renewable Energy Provider, Inc., has entered into an engineering, procurement, and construction agreement with Longfellow Best 1 LLC for a new utility-scale battery storage project in Pecos County, Texas. The contract is expected to generate revenues of approximately 127.3 million. SolarMax is purchasing an 8% interest in Longfellow Best 1 LLC. Under the agreement, SolarMax will deliver full scope EPC services, including design, engineering, procurement, installation, construction, testing, startup, and commissioning. Okay. It says the project completion is expected by June 30th, 2026. This contract represents a key step in scaling our commercial footprint in the United States and validates our strategy to diversify beyond residential solar into commercial scale EPC services. Okay, with supplier discussions nearing conclusion, we are confident in our ability to meet the project's mid 2026 delivery timeline. Okay, so let's see where this thing is from. They said they're trying to get a good foothold in the US. Where is this thing actually from? SMXT. SMXT. Okay. Oh, Riverside. Oh, based in Riverside, California. Okay. They're just kind of already in the US. They're just moving across. Um, okay, so Solar Farms. This one was incorporated in 20 or I keep saying 20. 2008. Incorporated in 2008. Okay. Looking back, AUUD did not reach back up there to 6. Kind of falling off now, only up 17%. AIP also very disappointing up here. You know, after that initial, the 6 o'clock where retail traders, most retail traders trading free brokers can trade. It got a nice little move out of there, but after that, kind of just nada. AUUD trying again at this at this level here. Let's see if we can actually get up here to this 593 before getting hammered down. Yeah. Seems like a lot of shorts are on top of that one. So SMXT and AUUD both are over 10 million shares traded coming out of pre-market. We still have an hour and 30 minutes before the open, so they got a lot of deciding to do before this open. Yeah, there's a lot holding that down. I don't know. It is what it is. Right back down to that daily level of the 150. So is it going to be range bound today between this 130 and 150, 20-cent range? Keeps looking like it wants to go up here to this 190. All right. Well, these three are going to be it. I'm going to get ready to ship out. For sure, I'm gonna look back at this scan real quick for any poppers that have low floats during pre-market. Not seeing any. So that is what it is. Okay. Anyway, we pretty much looked at everything, looked at the IPOs, looked at the recent news and all of that. People are trying to ramp up in this the power generation for AI computing. That's pretty much the biggest headline that we saw. Don't know if they're going to be redoing the infrastructure or bringing in a new power source. I don't know what they're going to do for all of these companies coming into the AI market. But you know, there's a give and take. You can't just be out here using all this energy without affecting the people and the bills that the people pay. Let's say if they're close to you doing this farming, how much is it going to cost you? You know, is it going to run your bill up? Is it going to be something where it's like affecting the environment? What is it doing? There's a lot of implications they have to look into for this. But anyway, that is it for me today. I will, if y'all see anything else, I'll be in the Discord today. This is a little bit busier week, I guess, so I'm definitely gonna be probably in and out. But yeah, you guys keep your head on the swivel. You're gonna continue trading. And let's see, is there anything else I didn't look at? Don't think there is. Oh, Riverside, California is where Cable. Okay, Cable's over there. He's gonna be an angel investor. He's gonna go and check the facility out for us. Um, oh, I didn't see your message about the scanning too. You said for scanning at this point, I do just pure momentum. So like anything increased by 2% per minute under 40 price, under 40K float, over 40K volume. I'm all about the hyper scalp. Got you. You said 40 million float. Nice. Okay, well, yeah, Cable's gonna go over to that facility and check it out for us and see what they're trying to do. Make sure it's legit, make sure it's not shady. People just, they're like, yeah, we're a solar energy company, and then you see them moving like vegetables out of the back or something. It's like, whoa, what? But they could be growing their own food in there, powering, doing everything naturally. But anyway, that's it for me. I gotta get out of here. See y'all on the next one, next pre-market. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. So yeah, we will see. Swing through these one more again. That one went ahead and moved down. It did actually go up there and touch that 592 eventually. It was super choppy trying to get up there. And then for SMXT, just kind of pitifully playing above this 150 level, choppy as well. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.